Hello, it's Unholy once again. Before we jump into the video, I want to say thank you to all the people who liked part 1. I really appreciate it a lot. I didn't really see the video getting that much attention, so I appreciate it a lot, and I'm glad that you guys liked it. At the end of the video, I had some announcements, so we are just going to jump into the video. An elderly man is walking in the woods enjoying his day, but he suddenly hears a large crash. The old man quickly goes to investigate the noise. As he comes across the cause of the noise, he sees three pods in a large crater. As he gets closer to the pods, he sees three children with tails. He opens the pods, and upon looking at each other, the three Saiyan boys instantly start fighting each other. The elderly man knocks the three boys out and takes them to his home. As a few years go by, Gohan decides to train the three boys as they have a knack for fighting. Goku never hits his head here in this story, as Gohan isn't walking around with just one child but three, so he doesn't even think of walking by cliffs for anybody to fall and hit their heads, but Goku ends up pretty much the same due to being raised by Grandpa Gohan. One night, Goku wakes up from his sleep, let's say because he couldn't sleep. He goes outside to do some light training, and as he finishes up his light training, he stares up at the moon, which he then turns into a great ape. Goku rampaging around wakes up Gohan, Broly, and Vegeta. As they run outside to see what's going on, they see a giant ape. Realizing the ape is Goku, they all work together to take Goku down. They succeed in taking down Goku, but Broly during this fight got enraged from seeing Goku beat down on Vegeta and Grandpa Gohan. So much, in fact, he shoots out a ki blast from his mouth at Great Ape Goku that luckily Great Ape Goku dodges, but the ki blast also hits the moon, destroying it. This returns Goku back to normal. Gohan, seeing Goku revert back to his normal self and seeing Broly destroy the moon, knew that these kids from space have immense power that, if not properly trained, could destroy the planet. Grandpa Gohan asks Goku how did he turn into a giant ape. Goku explains the events that led up to him turning into Great Ape. With this, Gohan sees that the boys having their tails and looking up at the full moon turned them into giant apes with immense power. The next day, Grandpa Gohan notes that the boys are very strong for their age. In fact, stronger than the strongest humans on the planet. He decides that it's time for the boys to meet his master. Gohan takes the boys to see Master Roshi. Master Roshi is told about the events that went down with Goku's transformation and Broly destroying the moon. Master Roshi decides to take the boys in to further their training and further gain better mastery of themselves. So here in the story, Goku is introduced to Master Roshi a few years earlier than he would have in canon, along with Broly and Vegeta. The three Saiyan boys spend years training under Master Roshi, where they gain explosive gains in power. One day, as the boys are training, they saw a hover car coming towards the island. As the hover car lands, a girl steps out. The three Saiyan boys, being more educated here in this story, freaks out seeing a girl for the first time. Well, in person at least, since they live with Master Roshi. They've of course seen women before. Bulma introduces herself to the boys, greeting them by name. The three Saiyan boys wonder how Bulma know their names. Bulma shows the 4-star Dragon Ball, saying that she met their Grandpa Gohan and that she's here to collect the Dragon Balls that is here on the island. Bulma explains what the Dragon Balls are and how they work. Roshi, being the perv he is, tells Bulma he will give it to her, but under the condition of seeing her, And so Bulma shows them and Roshi gives her the Dragon Ball. But Master Roshi wanted Bulma to take the three boys with her for protection, but for the boys to also go out and experience the world, as he has nothing else to teach them, as they are far stronger than he is. The boys are excited to go out and see the world and possibly fight new people, but here Vegeta tells the group that he's going to go out on his own, as he believes it will benefit them if they split and got stronger in their own ways and develop their own styles. Roshi thinks this is a good idea and suggests to them all to experience the world on their own. So the three Saiyan boys decide to split. Goku goes with Bulma and their adventure is relatively the same up till Fry Pan Mountain. Instead of going to get Master Roshi, Goku uses the Kamehameha to blow up Fry Pan Mountain. Gaining the 7-star Dragon Ball, Goku and the group say their goodbyes to the Ox King and Chi-Chi. Goku, being more educated here in this story, promises to spend more time with Chi-Chi when he's done with his adventure. After this, Goku and the group comes across the Pilaf gang, who aren't successful in taking the Dragon Balls from the group due to Goku being stronger than his canon self. So due to the Pilaf gang failing, Goku tells them to lead him to the last Dragon Ball since they have the last Dragon Ball. They give the Dragon Balls to Goku and then they summon Shinron. Goku on this adventure wanted to know more about himself and his brothers and why nobody else have tails and that they can transform into giant apes at the full moon, so he asked Shinron. Shinron then explains to Goku that he is a Saiyan and that he came from a people who were hired by a tyrannical space emperor to take over planets and sell them, and that his people, the Saiyans, were all killed by this same space emperor, and that Goku and 3 others are the last 4 remaining Saiyans. This completely shocks everyone. This confirms to the humans that Goku, Vegeta, and Broly aren't humans but are aliens. Goku, not knowing how to deal with this information, calls Flying Nimbus and takes off to find his 2 brothers. Leaving Bulma and Ko behind with no words spoken, Shenron says that he gave that information out for free and they still have a wish. Oolong used the wish for a pair of panties, leaving the Dragon Balls to split out into the world. With Goku not having a single clue where his brothers might be, he gives up the search for them and heads back to Master Roshi's to fully take in everything he's heard from Shenron. In this time, Roshi tells Goku of the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament that is happening in a few months. Goku says that if a martial arts tournament is happening, his brothers will surely show, so Goku uses the few months to train, and on the day of the martial arts tournament, Goku runs into Vegeta and Broly where the 3 Saiyans reunite. The boys talk to each other about their adventures. To quickly go over what Vegeta and Broly were doing, they really didn't do anything that needs to be gone over, to be honest. They just traveled around and got stronger, with Broly and Vegeta creating their own signature techniques. Goku then explains everything that happened with him and what Shenron told him. Broly and Vegeta, hearing this, couldn't believe what they were hearing. Vegeta so much in fact told Broly and Goku that they had to go back to see Grandpa Gohan to get answers. In this story, Goku never participates in any of the tournaments. You'll see why. Also, Krillin still does appear, and let's just say that he's stronger than his canon counterpart as well, because he's seen how strong Goku is and trained with him a lot. He still enters, but nobody in the tournament is strong enough, so he wins easily. Upon reaching back to Grandpa Gohan's, Gohan could tell just by looking at the boys' faces that it's time for them to know about where they came from. Gohan told the boys to follow him to where he kept their pods. Remember in part 1 I said that King Vegeta, Bardock, and Paragus left things in their pods to help them defeat Frieza? Well, in the 3 Saiyan pods, they found videos that explained everything to them. In these videos, the boys learn of their people's fate in greater detail, and that Frieza is the one who killed their people. Each of the boys had separate videos, obviously, that explained their individual families. Goku learned of his twin brother Raditz, but wonders what happened to him. Learning about themselves made the boys shed tears and what happened to their families, as the boys have vague memories of their families. Remember, nobody hits their head in this story. As the videos near their end, they explain to the boys that they must go to planet Yardrat to learn their techniques to defeat Frieza and rid the universe of its evil. But the mothers of the boys tell them they must not go out to space until they are older, when they are strong enough. The fathers of the boys tell them that to kick off their training, they left each of them a Cyberman, each powerful enough to destroy Earth, and they must defeat them if they want to go out to space, and if they want the Earth to survive in the first place. The boys, never really having a challenge before, are excited to fight the Cyberman. The videos near their end with telling the boys that they must achieve the power of the Super Saiyan of Legend and defeat Frieza. With the final goodbyes from the families of our heroes, the videos end. The boys now have a goal to achieve and are ready to start their new training, but Grandpa Gohan steps in and tells the boys that they must not forget that life isn't always about fighting. Having family and friends and having bonds and even a lover is important. He tells the boys that they use martial arts not only to better ourselves but to protect the people we love. The three Saiyan boys take into consideration of what Gohan says and agrees. Gohan tells the boys that they have a heavy burden on their shoulders and that they must improve themselves even further and points them into the direction of Korin Tower to meet God. Upon reaching the bottom of Korin's tower, the three Saiyans are introduced to Upa and his father, who explains to them they must climb the tower if they want to meet God, so the boys rush up the tower at blinding speeds. Reaching Korin's, they are introduced to Korin, who gives the boys the option to take the Ultra Divine Water, which all three decline. Korin smiles and points the boys towards Kami. The boys go even further up and reach Kami's, where they are introduced to Mr. Popo, who then challenges the boys to a fight, which all three boys fail in their fight against Mr. Popo. The reason why I say that is because Mr. Popo was fighting Super Saiyan, Goten, and Trunks, who are way stronger than Goku at a younger age. And so they all lose. But Kami sees the boys' hearts and decides to train them. But before he trains them, he tells them that there is an army called the Red Ribbon Army. They are an evil organization in search of the Dragon Balls, only to use them for world domination. Kami wants the three Saiyans to destroy the army. The three Saiyan boys agree and they go out to take out the Red Ribbon Army, but they get help from Bulma and the Dragon Radar. Bulma offers to go with the boys, but Broly tells Bulma she would only get in the way. This hurts Bulma's feelings, as Broly is usually the kinder one out of the three boys, but Bulma says she understands and gives them the radar. In fact, each one their own individual radar. The boys take off in different directions and begin the Red Ribbon Army saga, which really isn't no story to really go over in detail. The Red Ribbon Army is absolutely devastated, and the three Saiyans collect the Dragon Balls with ease. With the boys having all 6 Dragon Balls, but no clue why the 7th ball won't show on the radar, they ask Master Roshi and Bulma. With Bulma having no clue why, Roshi suggests to the boys to go see his sister fortune teller Baba. As the name suggests, she can find where the last Dragon Ball is, so the boys take off to get answers. Upon landing and meeting fortune teller Baba, she could tell just how strong the three Saiyans are and gives them their fortune for free. With the 7th Dragon Ball revealed to the boys, they take off to where the Pilaf gang is and take the Dragon Ball from them. Now that the three Saiyans have all 7 Dragon Balls and Upa's father not needing to be revived in this story due to Tao Pai Pai not killing him due to Vegeta killing him before he could, the boys could summon Shenron and make a wish for themselves, but the boys have no clue what to wish for, so they give the Dragon Balls to Bulma for safekeeping. But Goku takes the 4-star Dragon Ball, saying it belongs to Grandpa Gohan. With that ending the first half of Dragon Ball, we hit a 3-year time skip. The 3-year time skip, the three Saiyans have been training under Kami, and once again they got explosive gains in power, and due to this, Kami tells the three Saiyans that they have completed their training under him as he has nothing left to teach them. Not only did they train under Kami, but they also used the time chamber separately, and they all went in with a Cyberman. All three Saiyans used the chamber for 1 month, defeating their respective Cybermen. After using the chamber and finishing their training under Kami, all three boys went their separate ways and enjoyed life with their friends. Goku and Chi-Chi grew closer due to this, to the point Chi-Chi is actually more interested in training as she feels it's the best way to understand and connect with Goku. Vegeta starts hanging around Capsule Court and grows closer with Bulma. Let's say for the sake of the story, we'll age Bulma down by 3 years. She's still older than everybody, but just by 1 year. Vegeta and Bulma aren't together like Goku and Chi-Chi are, but they are starting to catch feelings though. And sadly, Broly, the only one without like some kind of love interest, he just travels around the world meeting new people and having a good time. The 3-year time skip is over, and so the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament begins. All our Z fighters and our non-fighters appear at the tournament. The group still meets Tien, but his only opponents are Yamcha and Krillin because Goku, Vegeta, and Broly are so powerful that they believe it wouldn't be fair if they joined. But this Yamcha and Krillin are stronger than their canon selves. Tien still wins his fight against Yamcha, but with extreme difficulty, and as soon as he has his fight with Krillin, he loses due to being exhausted from his fight. After the tournament, Tambourine still shows himself, but is quickly killed by Krillin. Master Roshi sees King Piccolo assemble and tells the group about Demon King Piccolo. On the other side of things, King Piccolo wonders who killed his son, but Pilaf quickly tells him that it must be one of the three aliens who hold destructive power. Now you're wondering, how does the Pilaf gang know that the three Saiyans are aliens? Well, the Pilaf gang has been spying on the whereabouts of where the three Saiyans have been. And they just so happened to overhear the three Saiyans watching the videos that their parents left behind for them. So as the three Saiyans were learning about themselves, the Pilaf gang were spying on them. With Demon King Piccolo knowing of the three Saiyans and how powerful they are, says that he was going to originally wish for his youth, but he believes that it wouldn't be enough and decides to wish for something else instead. Piccolo gives birth to Drum and Sabal and sends them off to collect the Dragon Balls, as 6 are all together and 1 is by itself. Back to our heroes, Master Roshi assumes that Piccolo is after martial artists due to it being martial artists sealing him away with the Mafuba technique, that martial artist being Master Mutaito, the same person that trained Master Roshi for those that don't know. But little do they know, Piccolo in this story is only after the Dragon Balls. So the Z Fighters take off in different directions in hopes to save the other martial artists. Master Roshi asks Bulma to fetch the 6 Dragon Balls, as Piccolo is for sure after them as well. Bulma agrees to this, but she's alerted to Capsule Corp being attacked and the 6 Dragon Balls being taken by some green monster. Luckily, her parents are safe and sound. Our non-fighting heroes retreat to Master Roshi's house for safety. This news is very bad to hear. With our heroes separated out looking for Piccolo, Bulma tries to contact them but is hopeless to do so. So she uses one of her capsules that hold a plane in it, and she goes off with Master Roshi and Chi-Chi to where Grandpa Gohan lives, hoping to reach him before Piccolo, as they know Gohan has the 4-star Dragon Ball. As they reach Gohan's house, they see his house destroyed. As they get closer, they see Gohan laying on the ground. As they go to check on Gohan, they notice that he is dead. The group starts to mourn over Gohan's death and that they know the boys will be very upset. Bulma and Chi-Chi are ready to look for our Saiyan heroes, but is stopped by Kami. In this time, Goku, Vegeta, and Broly are searching around the world. Now knowing how to sense ki, they try to hone in on any evil presence they feel, hoping it to be Piccolo, but no luck. Suddenly, the boys are being spoken to telepathically by Kami. He then tells the three Saiyans of what went down at Gohan's house. Hearing what happened, the boys couldn't believe it and they all rushed to Grandpa Gohan's. As the three Saiyan boys reach home, they lay eyes on Grandpa Gohan's dead body and the destruction of their home. This throws the three Saiyans into a rage, but before they could take off, Kami stops them and tells the truth of who Demon King Piccolo is, with Kami revealing that Piccolo is the evil half of himself. The boys couldn't believe what they were hearing, with the boys being even more upset that the person who killed their grandfather is in a way the same person standing in front of them. Kami reveals that if either one of them die, the other will die as well, so Kami suggests to them that they must take his life to defeat Piccolo. Vegeta, being so upset, actually attempts to kill Kami, but Goku and Broly stepped in his way. Goku tells Vegeta that they can't kill Kami as he wasn't the one who killed Grandpa and that Piccolo is the true villain here. Vegeta thinks about it and realizes Goku is right, so Vegeta tells them how are they going to find Piccolo, but then the sky turns dark. Realizing that Piccolo is using the Dragon Balls, the sky turns back to normal, then suddenly a huge power is felt from across the planet. The three Saiyans take off to Piccolo's location. As the Saiyan trio get closer to Piccolo, they see a huge explosion engulf the planet in the distance. Realizing Piccolo just destroyed some of the world, they hurry to his location. When reaching Piccolo, they lay eyes on Orange Piccolo. Piccolo laughs maniacally at the boys. Ah, you three are the aliens or Saiyans that I've heard so much about. I knew you would come to me if I destroyed some of the world. Our Saiyan trio, not saying anything, rushes Orange Piccolo, but Piccolo sits there dodging all of their attacks, laughing at them. You three are so weak, what could you possibly do to me? Piccolo retaliates. He kicks Vegeta in the arm, sending him flying away. He then punches Goku in the stomach, sending him flying away as well. Then he shoots a ki blast at Broly, but him being the stronger one of his brothers, tanks the attack, but he is damaged. He goes back in for a fight, but his power slowly grows. Broly goes in for a punch, but Piccolo once again dodges, sending a knee into Broly that sent him flying. The three Saiyans stop themselves from flying away and get ready for another round, but Piccolo doesn't realize that the Saiyans have more to offer. Piccolo dashes towards Broly, but Vegeta gets in Piccolo's way by landing a kick to his head that staggers him. Goku and Broly using this opportunity to land attacks of their own, which sends Piccolo flying. While Piccolo is sent flying, Vegeta shoots out a volley of Ki blasts at Piccolo which land. Vegeta continues the onslaught of Ki blasts, ready to finish Piccolo off, destroying the surrounding area. Goku tells Vegeta to stop as he might blow up more of the planet. The Saiyan trio wait for Piccolo to show himself. Piccolo gets back up from the rubble, visibly angry. You three Saiyans, or whatever you are, won't defeat me as I am Demon King Piccolo. You only exist because I deem it so. I will no longer be holding back. Here I come. Piccolo dashes back in, landing a thunderous blow to Vegeta. He then punches Goku in the head, sending them both flying away. Piccolo tries to attack Broly, but Broly, power growing even more, dodges his attack and lands a blow against Piccolo that sends him flying away. Goku and Vegeta uses this opportunity to use the Kamehameha and the Gallic Gun. Both attacks land on Piccolo. When the dust dissipates, Piccolo is shown wounded even more. Piccolo laughs at our heroes but is suddenly extremely angry. You three are very powerful, especially you, Broly. Your power keeps rising. It's like you're adapting as you fight. You're the biggest threat to my rule, but your family, the other two, are pests, so I'll have to get rid of them. Suddenly, Sabal and Drum appear in front of Piccolo. Piccolo places his hand on their chest, and they suddenly turn orange. With newfound power, the fight against Piccolo becomes a 3v3. But Vegeta, not wanting to prolong this fight, simply waves his hand and kills Sabal and Drum on the spot. Piccolo sits there dumbfounded at how casually Sabal and Drum are killed, and then it clicked in Piccolo's head he isn't going to win this fight. He starts laughing. Fine, you three win this round. Piccolo then spits out an egg and tries to throw it out into the world, but the egg is catched by Goku. Piccolo says that this is fine as that egg will carry on his will and grow far stronger than him. When that egg hatches, train him well so he can execute my revenge. Piccolo challenges Broly to a one-on-one. Broly agrees, but Broly, power still growing, he opens his mouth and shoots out the strongest attack he's ever produced, killing Piccolo on the spot. The boys celebrate their victory, but remember the cost of this fight. The boys are hit with a deep sadness. After this, the boys head back home, but they are suddenly interrupted by Kami. Sorry to interrupt, but I see that you boys have won the day, which the world is grateful, and I'm also grateful that you didn't kill my other half, so I'm still here and the Dragon Balls. Goku says that they have an egg that they assume is a new version of King Piccolo. Kami says that's great, but they have other problems as well. This shocks the boys, but then they sense it, someone with a high power level relative to Piccolo's. Kami then tells the boys that someone is approaching the planet, and with that we end this video. Now for the announcements. I'm sorry this video took so long to come out. I've been contemplating if YouTube is what I really want to do, so I haven't really had no motivation on making videos, but after seeing your continued love for the videos that I posted, I decided I'm going to continue. I also want to apologize for this video being over 20 minutes. This part was scrapped and redone so many times that the originals would have been about 30 minutes plus, and who wants to watch a 30-minute plus trash voiceover and trash edit video? I also didn't want to make OG Dragon Ball a two-part video, as I already had you waiting over a month and a half for this part, so I just wanted to get this part over with, to get this stuff, to get to the stuff most people want to see. DBZ, even though we are still in OG Dragon Ball, but there won't be a Piccolo Jr. arc, and I have a few ideas of what the rest of the story is going to be like. My second announcement is that I have 2 other videos on my channel called What If Dragon Ball Showed the World with Toriko. I would love if you watch those videos as well, as I would love to continue that series. My third and final announcement is that my channel will not only just be Dragon Ball what ifs, but crossover what ifs with Dragon Ball, which is why my first two videos are What If Dragon Ball Show the World with Turco, because I want to make crossover what ifs with Dragon Ball. It doesn't have to be an entire world. It could also be characters, and it also doesn't have to be from anime. It could be comics or anything else, and I want you to leave your ideas of what you want to see for crossover what ifs in the comments, and if I like it, I'll do it. With that being the last of the announcements, that also means the end of this video. So with that, I'll see you in the next video.